Number 10, Valentino. Number 15, Joe Maraguinot. Number 17, Faith Desperos. And their starting libero, number 1, Danny Ravena. Coaching the Lady Eagles is Oliver Almadro. Let us now meet the starters of the University of the Philippines Fighting Maroons. Number 1, Marian Sotomel. Number 2, Lorilyn Bernardo. Number 9, Jesma Ramos. Number 10, Isa Molde. Number 14, Yurika Eslapor. Number 18, Dos Carlos. And our starting libero, number 20, Ginny Padilla. Coaching the Fighting Maroons is Gobi Okumo.
Third-year coach, second-year coach, locking horns today. This is the starting lineup. And for the first time in their playing careers, the Maraguinot sisters are going to play with each other. Jo said she never thought it would ever happen, but yes, because she said of the age gap, but yeah, it now has happened. And here are the starting 6 for the Fighting Maroons. It is Mai Sotomil who will take over from one of our favorite friends, Ariel Lesternero, who we were chatting with just before we went on the air. And in the meantime, it is Jaja Maraguinot who is set for the Lady Eagles. Now, we talked about Carlos, we talked about Molde, alam na natin yan. But you feel the middle is going to be important for UP, Mela. Why?
Yes, because through the years, the other teams have really been eyeing Tots and Isa, and it's frustrating to see them na nagsastruggle ng ganun because they lack, support in their team. Yes, so I think it's about time that they activate their middles, and I think now with their good experience in their Japan training camp, they would have worked on their defense. They could activate the middle some more.
And right away, Mai Sotomil wanted to go to Lori Bernardo, but she had double contact. Maybe a little bit of jitters, Mela. Do you remember your very first time in the UAAP? Hindi naman ganun katagal yun.
Nakabaon na yun.
But your very first time in the UAAP college, do you remember the feeling? Do you remember how you felt at that time?
Well, all I remember the goosebumps I had.
Okay.
Kasi of course, yung school spirit nandun eh. Pero ito mukhang it's evident in the UP. Back-to-back errors there from Sotomil and now Molde on that attack error.
2-0 for the defending champions.
And Boom, since we talked about middles, what about Ateneo? Yung open hitters nila last year are now converted to middles in this early part of the set.
At makikita natin yan while the game goes on later. In the meantime, let's go back to Franny Reyes for more on the defending champions.
The Lady Eagles recognize the pressure of defending the crown, but they're not letting it get to them. According to Coach Oliver Almadro, they're only focused on the present and preparing for the present. That's why they competed in the PBL and trained in Japan. It's all about doing the right thing in the moment, and they prepared mentally and physically. Now, before the game, Coach Oliver told them that they have to come in knowing that they're the defending champions, but they're not there yet. The Lady Eagles are going to take on anyone who gets in their way, and it's going to be a joy to watch. Back to you guys.
The season 82 is going to be a joy to watch in general. And of course, as we know, your team, Franny, has their targets in your backs, because that's just how it is when you're a defending champion. 1 serving 3. Ilongga, Mai Sotomil. I go to Bernardo, who showed a lot of promise, not only in the offseason as Maraguinot goes for the cross-court. Molde answers on the other side. Ball is still up. Molde will try again. Somebody touched the net, and I think it is the Cebuana who scraped it, so that is an Ateneo point.
We could see Moldes struggling there. Of course, it's Kat Tolentino blocking her, and she almost crossed the center line.
From my position right now, as we see Joe Maraguinot now serving for the very first time, has not played volleyball competitively in almost 2 years, healing from her injuries, her knee injuries and all of that.
Attack goes out.
And she will return to serve because Ateneo is 5-1. I'm looking right now from our angle, Mela. We're here in the middle, and it seems that Mai is still a little bit may kaba ng konti, no?
Kinakapa pa.
Parang ano?
But it's been a series of errors for UP. And although their passing is good, it's more on the attack errors.
Speaking of attacks, that's the first one for Tots. Bumalik kay Kaloy. Bumalik ang bola sa UP. Mai will go and send it to the other side right away. Kat sees an opening, and it is 6-1 for the Lady Eagles.
You could see the mid-air decision ni Kat Tolentino doon na magpalit. She was going for that backswing, going for that attack, and then there, she changed for the drop. She saw that wide opening there.
And I think Coach Gotti will call a timeout. Jittery start for the Fighting Maroons. 6-1 is our score.
In the hand, you do so many things. We should slow down. Shots, when you're hitting the balls, they are defending line. So try to use in between the balls of cross court and swing high because their side block at the tallest. Okay? The middles, keep on running. Where's Jordan? Keep on running, keep on running, keep on running. Okay, Isa, slow down. Okay? Slow down. We need to pass well.
Slow start for the Fighting Maroons. They had a 3-set win over the Ateneo men's team earlier. Kanina nakadoble ang National University. We officially had our first upset of season 82, and NU won over UST in the women's division. And UP looking to try to stay with the men's team in terms of the win today. But right now they're behind as Ravenna sends it back. Kita.
Attacker.
Well, I think that set was too low for Bernardo, but it's a good thing for her because she followed the instruction of Coach Gotti. Sabi kanina ni Coach Gotti sa timeout, the middles just keep running because we could see that in their past plays, Kala has been blocked and checked a couple of times, so they really need to activate their middles.
Good serving by Maraguinot in the meantime. As the score is 7-1. Faith set back by Bernardo. Back to the rookie. And she pounds the pavement. A multi-awarded high school player. She's won the MVP. She's won the finals MVP. She's won a championship repeatedly with National University. So she knows how it is to be under the bright lights. Back inside the Mall of Asia Arena, 8-1 is the score for the Lady Eagles. Kat Tolentino doing a Bea de Leon in a sense, remember? Because Bea also last year announced, I don't think I'm going to come back for my final year. And then 6 months after, she decides to do a 180. Same with Kat. May, she announced that she's not going to return.
I think it's very common now for volleyball players to announce that they're not going to come back anymore, especially because meron na tayong mga club teams na malalaroan nila. And Kat explained herself naman na she stayed in college for a long time na and she felt like moving on. But then again, UAAP is very hard to leave, especially when you're defending a crown. So, good thing Kat is back. She's really a joy to watch for us volleyball fans.
True, especially for the Ateneo fans. They're very happy.
And it's better to watch her side by side with fitness pairs, diba?
Yun, I think, is one of the things also that I think the Lady Eagles fans want to see. It's like, at least give us that 1 year that you will play. And imagine also, Mela, the luxury that a fitness pairs comes in. Okay, you are a scorer for sure. You're an MVP, yes. But you come into a team that you're not the #1 option.
Yeah.
So, you
it
can
takes
still
up the
learn.
pressure also, and at the same time, it makes you more confident, diba?
I agree.
High percentage.
Meantime, the struggles continue. 9-2 is our score. Unable to set the lady or the Fighting Maroons there. 10-2 now is the score as Jesma Ramos has joined the fray.
Everything has been going right for Ateneo. They now have 10 points, 8-point deficit in this game because Jaja Mariguino has been doing a very good job. She's been setting the balls to the middle, to the opposite, into the open. So, you know, she's been leaving the UP squad guessing on who she's gonna set.
There is a reason why I think Rep Kailing also is coming back here for the UP Fighting Maroons, and it is to provide stability on days that maybe Mai Sotomil has not been able to find her footing, and this is her first chance to do so, replacing the sophomore Mai Sotomil. In the meantime, let's go back to Yanni Mayo.
Boom and Mela, I just want to talk about their off-season activity, which is going to Japan to not only develop their skill, but to also get the discipline that Japanese players have. There they have a curfew, a lights-out rule, and only have a lot of time to use their phones. And that's not the only thing that they picked up, as their team pre-game ritual of clapping and jumping to a beat was done in Japan to literally warm them up because they felt so cold there. But now, it's done to energize their team and to center their focus to the game. Later on, we'll also be seeing many chants that the team does when they get a point. And of course, all these chants were done by none other than their energetic team captain, Rosie. Back to you, Boom and Mela.
Unfortunately, Yanni, they have not been able to have a lot of chances to score. But now, maybe this will be the turning point in that long rally, the longest so far of the match. Isa Molde able to find a gap in that block.
You know, Yanni talked about a cheer that UP does before a game, even before training, and they're gonna need all those energy in today's game. And as we saw, Isa Molde, a lot of energy on that spike.
A power tip by Faith Nisperos. 12-3. You know, I mean, imagine the team that she was a part of in high school. Four-time champion. She was, you know, you mentioned the names. Joymi Cagante, Princess Robles, another MVP in the finals. Si Cagante is a best setter. You have Micaela Belen, who was also an MVP. You have, of course, Ivy Lacsin, who plays now with NU. Again, another best blocker, middle blocker of NU. Just imagine that collection of talent. For 4 years, they defended the title. She was part of that. So she comes into the college. Yes, it's a different game. We all know that the pressure is different, the spotlight is different. But at least she's used to winning. In other words,
I was gonna say that more than the numbers, what she brings to the table is, of course, the winning tradition.
And used to being hunted, so to speak, di ba?
Being scouted.
As the captain delivers the goods from the middle there. 13-4 is our score. A dream start for the Lady Eagles.
It's Pongay Gaston, very comfortable in that attack. And you know, she's a multi-awarded middle blocker when she was in high school. So yeah, I don't think it's gonna be a problem, especially because we're replacing two of the biggest names ng middle blockers ng Ateneo. So I think we need comfortable people to play that job.
As Lapor is in, their beach volleyball player is unable to get it above the net. This is another change for Coach Gotti here, as you see Ayel Castañero. And I guess that expression says it all. Medyo a little
probably wondering. Kasi, you know, we know that UP, di ba, may hashtag pa UP Ikot. They are very energetic, but now their body language is really down in this set.
Jaja to Jo. Denied by Rem Kailing. They're trying to inject some energy here. As you see an AXA No You Can block of the game, courtesy of Rem Kailing.
Yeah, if you're UP, you really wanna, you know, get more touches on the blocks, especially because Jaja Mariguino has been doing a marvelous job setting everybody. So you need to anticipate and read the sets and the attacks better.
That's out. 2 straight points for UP. The first time in a while.
UP is slowly getting their groove in this set. Let's see if they catch up.
Jesma Ramos. Now let's just make the distinction of players who are returning because they decided to play out their eligibility, as opposed to players who are returning because they left for a while, di ba?
They announced na they won't, and then now
Or
they're
hindi na
back.
talaga. So Kat Tolentino falls under that description.
So basically, she's a returnee.
Yan, tapos si
Yeah.
Tots at saka si Isa, yan, mga
Same thing.
nag-decide and then
For
bagong
Ateneo,
isip.
their
Pero yung mga katulad nila EJ Laure, nila Joe Maraginot, nila Rem Kailing na talagang wala sa lineup, di talaga naglaro.
They missed previous seasons na.
Yun naman ang definition nila of returning. Carlos from the back row. Passport denied by Jules Samonte. 16-6 is the score. We'll take a look at that block, a single block. And then we'll take a break, and we will be back here with more of Season 82 of the UAAP. You are watching us live on the Mall of Asia Arena. This is our last game for our quadruple header for today, Wednesday, UAAP Wednesday. UP Fighting Maroons down 10. And of course, big news coming into the season is the 1-2 punch coming back for one more run. They missed out on the Final Four the last 2 years. In their second year, they made the Final Four. That's why expectations were heightened, because they made the Final Four in the second year. Did not make it in the third. And then coming into the fourth year, they won a couple of championships in the off-season. So may expectations
Medyo
na naman.
hype sila that year.
Still serving, Bongkai Gaston.
You know, if there's a player to highlight in this UP team, it's really Tots Carlos. You know, she was number 10 scoring last year, number 8 in digging, and the only UP player in the list sa receiving. And number 4 din siya sa spiking.
And I believe also as Tots there gets it up, her and Molde will show in this season yung mga experience na nakuha nila in the pro leagues also, and all that training and all that experience and exposure as we are in the middle of another long rally. Nisperos from behind. Thoughts? And that will be miscommunication between the players. So another point for the Lady Eagles, 17-6. And Coach Gotti will call another timeout here, looking like it, as their captain, Rosalind Rozier, looks on. So Coach Gotti has burned 2 timeouts, and then we have had 2 technical timeouts as we look at Coach Air Pada. Is in attendance here. Former Adamson coach, of course, works alongside Coach Gotti
Yeah.
and the PVL.
They're my coach in Moto.
That's right. Service error from Bongkai.
Good timeout there for Coach Gotti. You know, Ateneo is making a streak, so it's about time to break their momentum at least. Get a timeout.
The captain of UP coming in, Rose Rozier, the junior,
number 19,
picked by Coach Gotti. See the 7 unforced errors of UP, only 6 points. Picked by Coach Okumu because she's right in the middle to be the bridge between the rookies and the youngsters, the sophomores, and the seniors who have come back. As boy, we have missed that flight of Joe Maraginot. She's always looked like a ballerina when she gets up there. Remember, you know, when she was coming up, she was supposed to be the one who would take over from Eliza Valdez, diba? When Eliza would graduate, siya yung kadiagonal ni Eliza. Then Eliza graduated, she was supposed to be the one. That was the pressure on her. But unfortunately, also knee injuries hampered her last season. But despite that, she was still the 6th best scorer of the league. And what luxury also for her, Mela, that she comes back not having to be the number 1 scorer again.
Marami sila. They are actually sharing the load, and I don't think they are pressured right now. Oh, because when you watch them, they look so, you know, light.
You're right. And they've always been a great blocking team. They were the best last year, and Cap Tolentino with a kill block there. Kitang-kita.
You know, that's the big question for the volleyball fans. With the departure of Malayag and Bedeleon, would they still be the, you know, oo, kasi when you say Ateneo, ang unang maalala dyan, blocking eh. Diba? So, I think, ngayon si Samonte, she had a single block on Tots Carlos earlier. I don't think na for them it's a problem. It's more of the system ng blocking for Ateneo.
So it's 20-8. Now, even if, Mela, you've been part of something like this for sure. Even if, let's say, the set is slipping away, if you're the team behind, you don't want to give it away pa rin, ano? Because dadalhin mo yung ganong parang negative momentum going into the second set. So, if you're UP, you gotta keep fighting here and try to build some sort of flow, especially on the offense. But Cat Tolentino not allowing it in that sequence.
And at the same time, we haven't been seeing the strength of UP. Parang at this point, all that we're seeing are their errors. So I think the first step is to play to their strengths, and that is, basing it on last year, it was their dig. Diba? Kasi there again, nag-miss yung blockers doon sa atake ni Fitness Peros, but there should be someone on the floor ready for that ball.
Offense is not a problem for this Lady Eagles team. The blocking, it's still to be judged in the games to come, but just judging from the names and how we're looking at them today, offense is not a problem for this team. Tolentino. That will be
Tolentino.
block out. So check out. So that means Ateneo inching closer to a first set win. It is 23-8 right now. Not the start that the UP fans wanted, especially nakita mo sila kanina nagkaagulo after that men's win earlier. They were in such a high. Nice play there for UP.
Finally, a combination play for the UP Fighting Maroons. They have to utilize Isa when she's there in front because she does a lot of, 3 and 4 na mga atake, just like the one we saw, and she angles it perfectly. So they really need to set her up more when she's in front.
Some momentum to end this set. Bernardo. And a chance ball, free ball for UP. Rem go behind. And it is Molde, back-to-back scores for Isa Molde. And the fans behind us from the UP side try to cheer them up.
Again, on point boom, the combination play worked well in that past 2 points for UP. And like I mentioned, Isa Molde, she can get all the angles done. Just set her the ball.
It's a nice serve. Romal. And another free ball going to UP side. Go behind to touch.
Whoa.
That's 3 straight points for the Fighting Maroons. And like I said, even if the probability, Mela, of them losing the set is high because they are, Ateneo is 2 points away, you want to build something.
And a lot of teams have done this, play catch-up, diba? And when pressure is there, kapag tuloy-tuloy mo na habol, when you make a streak, you could still manage to get away with an upset dito sa set na to.
What about that? They do it defensively too, as they provide a wall against Cap Tolentino. 4 straight points, an 11-point lead now for the Lady Eagles. Double block on the best opposite spiker.
Good thing starting to come by here for UP.
Aldo serves again. Faith.
Good defense.
Rozier was there to dig. Molde on the other side. Doromal. Ja to Faith. This time she puts a little heat on that one.
Fitness Peros again introducing herself to the UAAP. And when I said Isa could work with her angles, so can Fitness Peros with power.
Finals MVP, season MVP, best attacker, champion, you name it. Pumatong si Molde and gets a point, delays.
Again, now boom, they are finally playing to their strengths. And nabanggit ko kanina, yung dig, yan yung mga strength nila from last year. They were #1 in digging last year. And, if they just put up the ball, they can set up a lot of combination plays because they have very able spikers naman to do so.
Rem Kailing has provided a little bit of stability, Mela, dito sa UP Fighting Maroons. But Ateneo Lady Eagles will not be denied here in the first set, especially after a commanding lead. Bella. And that set was brought to you by Gatorade. You play, we fuel. The defending champions ahead 1-0 here in match number 3, day number 2 on your UAAP Season 82 Women's Volleyball Tournament.